Hello and welcome to Ninja Gaiden Black Part 2. Left off last night, we just got the hands bar, had a nice cutscene with Rachel, and a bait character talked to us for a minute. From here, we're at Hands Bar. We're going to have to travel down through Hands Bar, fight our way out, and go to Dwarko, which you can see down at the bottom of the map. On the way, we should be able to open some gates. So here we go. Again, the camera is your worst enemy in this game. Come on now, interact. There we go. Then around this hallway, there should be some more guys in black. All right, now we've made it down into the lobby. Map of Dwarko. Where we're headed, how convenient. And believe it or not, I've missed that map more than once, especially early in the game when I was just learning how to play. So, Capital of Vigor, Dwarko. This is where we're going to be heading once we get across the bridge. This is a big loop. Monastery's over there. There'll be a boss fight there. After we complete a series of underground events. This old video machine right here. It's sitting here because once you complete the game, I believe after you've gotten your 50 Scarabs and given them to Muramasa, he gives you a game disc for the original Ninja Gaiden game, and you can bring it to this machine and play it here. And then you can pick up part 2 in another area in the game. It's been a while since I've done that, so... Come on. Oops. Once again, good place to save. As I said before, there's generally plenty of save spots in the game. Strategy would be to save on different areas so you can come back and redo something if you missed it. Hello, Joey. How you doing tonight? Got to check my map again, make sure I'm going the right way. And I don't think Miramasa has any new upgrades for my sword yet, but I'll stop in and check just in case. Oh, something very important for me. Nope, can upgrade these items and I'm not using it, so I'm going to save my gold for that. Plenty of those. I'll find more of those, and I have plenty of the Dayflower fragrance. Nope. Don't need anything here yet. Check the map one more time. Go out. Okay. Keep hitting the A button to interact instead of. Whoops, this is the wrong way. Wait. Yeah. Ah. What am I forgetting? Oh, the Lily Key, that's right. Should be some more shadow ninjas here. Here you can get a good look at the boat that we'll be in soon, and we'll be swimming with them big old fish. Think they could have spent a little bit more time making the fish look like it's actually swimming, not just kind of buzzing around like it's being remote controlled. Thought there was a cutout here with a chest in it, but maybe not. Here we go. Now we've unlocked the door. In between the two areas, it's still showing locked, but it's open. There we go. We'll go up the stairway here, and out across the bridge to Dwarko. As soon as we get to the top of the stairs, there will be a group of elite soldiers. Better give me some blue. Thank you. Oh. Holy cow, these guys are handing it to me in here, aren't they? And again, another area where we will need an explosive or really heavy weapon to get through there. And then it will lead up to the door up there. I believe you just unlock it from this side once you open this green doorway here. Break it down. But I also believe... Pegasus key. And a golden scarab. And the soldiers should be back here. Yep, they are. All right. Let's see, go back down the stairs. That's right, that's right. As soon as I figure out where they are. Oh, come on. Oh. That dude took me to task. That was not pleasant at all. Yeah, the Spider Clan guys are tough, especially with their exploding shuriken. Now from here, if I didn't have a whole lot of life and such to use, I could just pop through this door, go back over to Hands Bar, wall run up to the Xbox symbol, and replenish my life and my Nimpo. But since I have plenty, I'm just going to life up here. Forgot I got a bunch of those too. Oops. And once again, the three soldiers will be at the top of the stairs. Now there's another save point right up here at the top of the hill. But there's also a group of the Shadow Spider Clan ninjas. Ugh. Those guys are definitely tough. And there's quite a few of them in here. And here we have another golden scarab. I don't particularly like using this save point because every time you come back to the save point, you come walking out of there, those 3 Spider Clan dudes are back. So sometimes I just say, screw it, I'm not going to use that one. Gonna go part way up here. I think there's a chest up here somewhere. No. Now there will be some more here. There's another golden scarab. Chest. Now once I go through this gate, it's going to start a cutscene. There's going to be some soldiers that drop down from this area over here, I believe. And after I take a few of them on, I believe it's our first fight with a demon monster. Ah. Nope. Now, I distinctly remember being able to get up there to that little area, and there was a chest up there. But as to how I pulled it off, I am not sure. I know something about wall run this along there, jump to that wall, and then bounce off that balcony up there. But say I could do it now. No. Nope. Oh, well, I'm going to forget it. Yeah. I don't even grab it up there. I'm not even sure if it's something you can do anymore. Okay. I don't think there's anything up here but some soldiers. Yeah. Boom! Yeah! That is the Azuda drop. Okay. And this just leads back over there to that save point. Later in the game, after you get out of the military base, you'll come out this door. There's a chest and I believe an arrow crate. And then there's monsters you fight in here and you have to bust this open and go down into the sewer under the city. But that's a ways off yet. We have to find our way into the monastery first. At least there's a nice wall to work with here. Chump. Full up on those. So I can either leave this here for later or use a large health and collect that one. I think I'll just leave it for later. Then okay. Then there's going to be more spider ninjas. So going the right way, yep. Now here's our first cutscene where we will end up fighting I forget what the name of the demon beasts are. There we go. Yeah, these guys suck. Whoa. Again, we're gonna want to do the bird flip attack quite a bit. And the flying swallow. Kind of keep moving because they do charge you. Whoa. I almost made it to the wall. Oh, dang. Take one of these guys out. Oh, I was just gonna pause in the middle of the fight to use a health. And there was a health right here I could have used too. The red globes that the one creature dropped replenish your ki, so
not from some curse in my blood.
Are you so sure of that? I was convinced once that my blood was pure, but then I saw what my pure blood was capable of. I watched as my twin sister was cursed and twisted into a greater fiend. Now I know the path.
Fiends, that's what they're called. Ah ha ha.
Doku.
He led her down the path of evil, and she succumbed. Fiends are pitiful beings, destined to live forever, slaves to the forces of evil. And there's only one way to release them.
To kill them.
That's why I became a hunter. To kill my sister. To kill Alma. Beneath this monastery, there is
Now, this is a pretty gross looking monster doing gross things. But it's not that hard to defeat. You use the flying swallow attack to attack its limbs. Kind of keep away from it. Once you get all the limbs cut off, oh, come on. Charge up your weapon and hit it. You can see it takes a pretty good chunk out. I am going to use one of Ioni's rations here really quick. And it'll spawn 2 more arms again. Oh, now it gets interesting. It starts tossing out some big globules of some sort. We're not going to comment on what they might be.
Was that a fiend as well?
I've never seen one like that before. Something strange. So many of them.
Ayane, running errands for Mirai again, I see.
The boldness of the fiends is the work of the Dark Dragon. It is a cursed blade, bestowing an unfathomable strength on those wicked enough to wield it. As we speak, its power is growing.
Once again, you can see the cutscenes, the animation is
That would explain the
still
stirring in my blood.
excellent.
Blood. It dominates all humankind, assisted by the power of the fiends.
Ayane.
I did kick up the stream feed to 1080 though from 720. I figured most people watching right now that I have watching are watching not on their data on their phones, they're watching over Wi-Fi and stuff, so it should stream fairly well for them. I was watching my earlier broadcast with my grandson and I'm like, wow, that's just kind of choppy looking in 720. So I kicked it up to 1080 and I guess people just let me know in the chat if you're having issues with it lagging out because the stream is too high quality.
I have arrived just in time.
Yes, my excellency. As always, I provide you with only the most reliable information.
The blade grows stronger and faster than I had expected.
I might kick it back down to 720 when I'm playing Diablo with a group of people though, because that's taking up a lot of bandwidth. Ha ha ha! I am a greater ninja. Moving on. Big hole in the wall. Now from here I can go back and I can check out some of those other gates and stuff. I think they're open now, that they're yellow. I don't know. I didn't go check them out because at the time I knew they were locked. So in this area, yep, there's going to be 2 chests to resupply with. Ooh. Life of the gods. No more of these can be carried. Okay. Don't believe I used a Talisman of Rebirth so early in the game. How pathetic. Pathetic. Now here, getting up to the top of the monastery here is going to require some wall runs once you get to the top. I believe there's some bats in here. Yep. And you can keep running through here. To collect as just a place to farm essence if you need it. I believe Muramasa is right down here. And then and then the churchyard and another save point on the other side of the churchyard. Ooh, fiends. Those guys they're faster and a little bit tougher. Oh, the monastery map. That'll probably be handy. And then you're another save point before you go into the monastery, and it's there for when you get out of the monastery. But before we do that, we're gonna go talk to Muramasa. Oh. Blacksmith. And I still can't upgrade my sword to the 3rd level. It'll probably be a while before I can, and then it still won't be at its full level because I have to go back and claim a gem in the ninja village. Anything new in here? Nope. What? I don't think I missed any. And I was going to look up and make sure I had a list of how many scarabs were in each area, and I totally neglected to. So, just going to have to fly by the seat of my pants, I guess. Monastery. Remember right? Nope, it's on the top. Now, you're going to want to take your time. You don't want to run right out there right away because there will be more fiends you have to fight out there. And you'll want to skim around and pick stuff up. You know, especially if you've been dying a lot. You might want to pick some of this stuff up. Now, I don't want to go out in this area yet, but see those 2 archways on either side? They're walkways, and there are chests at the end of those walkways next to the stained glass up there. Might as well go out here. Yeah. These guys suck. Oh, come on. And again, this is one of those areas where the camera is not your friend. Oh. See? I knew I didn't want to come out here. think this may actually be a challenge area where there's like 90 of these guys or something. Or maybe not. Well, after that utter failure, you come up here and you can interact with this. And it'll tell you that you need to put a book up there and you have to go find a book. A little upset with myself on that last exchange. That sucked. That was horrible. If I was really petty, I suppose I could quit and reload. More of these jerks. Need to keep an eye on my health better. Oh, he slapped me to the ground, didn't he? Oop, no. Jesus. Those guys, that floating dude doesn't usually slap me around quite so bad. They're just handing it to me today. There we go. Okay. History of Vigor. I think there's 4 of these books here. No more of these. Maybe. Look, another piece of stone tablet. Golden Scarab. And Incendiary Shuriken. So we now have those available at Muramasa's shop also. And your camera does not work in here at all. This is just kind of a set view you have to deal with when you're in that room. But as soon as you come out of the room, you have control of the camera again. Weapons, projectile weapons, incendiary shuriken. Now at this point we can continue on with the main objective, or we can go back and talk to Muramasa. Maybe even go across the bridge and open up some of those other areas that weren't open yet. I don't think we need to do that, but we should probably at least talk to Muramasa and turn in our scarabs. Oh, that was a good idea. Still nothing happening here. Since I'm carrying too many of these anyways, use one of those top off my life. Head back out here and save. Now, like I was saying, this is also a challenge area up there. And once we go through the top door, if we come back down here, there'll be like 70 or 100 of the monsters we were just fighting. And if we beat them all, we'll get a bonus chest that'll appear on that ledge down there. Come on. Okay, I was gonna try and do the charge attack. Oh, my blue health ball disappeared. That's not right. That's just wrong. There you go. Chumps. Seems like I'll be back through here a couple of times, but there'll be a boss fight that pretty much destroys this whole area, and you'll lose these chests if you don't have them all picked up anyway. So, oops, missed turn. Again, the camera is not your friend in this game. Just not your friend. Okay, so got our items from over there. Ah, gosh darn it. I want to just say, oh, it's been a long day. Nope, I just suck. Get better at navigating that. There we go. Another golden scarab. And there's going to be another group of those fiends in here. Oh, maybe not right away. Alright, so. The golden deity of sentiment. There's going to be, I think there's 4 of these you pick up, different deities, that you do absolutely nothing with till like the end of the game. Now, here we go. On the 27th day of the 12th month. Right? Left, right, right, left. So, 2712. Go left first. 20. This, I forgot I already left. Right. I think I messed up. Yep, messed up. 2712. Oh dear. Left, right, right, left. Okie dokie. Ah, no. Yep. Book of Eons. That goes back downstairs. The temple down there on the altar. I don't believe I missed him with that. That was bull. Didn't mean to do that, but oh well. Oh, come on out of there. Later in the game, those guys are a lot easier to fight with the device. You get a weapon, another set of nunchucks called the Vigorian Flail. And they're pretty awesome. Suppose I could have just grabbed my nunchucks and tried to fight them with those. They have pretty much the same attack, so. Oops. Chilly air can be felt from below. This could be related to the underground passage that Rachel spoke about. Anything else in here? No. And this isn't going to be the only time we rob this dude. We'll come back to this safe a couple of times, and the message on here will be different each time. Let's in fact test my hypothesis that the nunchuck might be better for fighting the guys downstairs. Yep. Bastards. Oh, jerks. Nope. Not doing ain't much better at all. In fact, I'm just doing terrible at this. Dang. I don't remember this being so hard. They are just working me over in here. That was wrong. I was in the middle of an attack. How he could cancel my attack and hit me with that shit, I don't know. Oh. Jerks. Eat some fire. Ah. Oh. That was rough. That was so rough, man. I was pretty much just getting it handed to me in there. But it was worth it. Okay. Kind of forgot what I was off to do. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, the path. Under. Oh, I have to go back and put that book on the altar. See if this is reset yet. Probably hasn't, but worth a quick check. Nope. Oh, now it won't open? What's with that? That's some bullshpocky. Go back there and see if it's unlocked. I know it locks during this challenge fight, but no. Suppose it would be a convenient place to hide during the challenge. All right. Of course. These guys are all gone, so there's no challenge here. Golden Scarab. Underground Cemetery. Dead Ninja. Incendiary Shuriken. And a save point. Now here's another little challenge area. Large boulder chiseled in the shape of a human face. It seems quite unstable. And it is. It is. Okay. Whoops. Silly me. Now I'm going to start down this hill and I'm going to get chased by the boulder. So we get to play a little Temple of Doom here. And the camera angle is fixed on this, which does not help. Ah. And every time you hit, you get slowed down by anything like that. Oh, way to miss the wall totally. Okay, here we go again. Oh, you only get 2 or 3 mess ups and that's it. The boulder will catch you. Oh. Not good, not good. Very bad. And dead. So, don't be surprised if it takes a few practice runs to get this. Like, enough to where you need to go back and get more shuriken from the dead ninja. Ah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, oh, I'm so getting crushed. Yep. Splat. Oh, what the heck was that? Like, enough times to where you need to go get more shuriken? And every time you die, you lose a little bit of health. So, that sucks too. Ah. Not right at all. Gonna be so close. Ha 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 ha! Now, if you want to, since you've already saved, you can attempt to jump back and roll back across those back hill, go back and talk to Muramasa, or see if the can't even remember what it's called. Oh, if the safe is reset and you can get another item. Oh, what is that? That's a big claw. Oh my. The camera's always so weird to run when it won't go to first person view. It's all backwards. Oh, that's it. Trying to get a better look at the bone dragon here above me. That's a fun boss fight later. And an old decrepit altar. It must have been actively used for worship in the past, but now it is covered with thick film of dust. In other words, you have to go find something to bring it back here. Yeah. I think I can take some of these out with the windmill shuriken. Then again, maybe not. I wonder why my camera's not working right. That seems really odd. I don't remember it. I know I haven't changed any of the settings. Oh, it must just be this area. There we go. So, if you click the left thumbstick, it'll stay either in permanent third-person mode, or you can set it to switch to first-person mode when you're looking around, which is much nicer, in my opinion. And this is another place you can farm essence, is going in and out of this area multiple times to spawn the whatever those little fiends are, mutated bumblebees from hell. Further down we descend into hell. Oops, doggone it. All right, so okay, there's all right, so I didn't miss anything. I don't think. I believe if I follow this the rest of the way up. If I were capable of making 4 jumps in a row. But anyways. Seemed at one point you could interact with one of these chains, and it's like a sturdy chain, but it seems to be rusted with age. Here it is. Giant chain is connected to a plate at the bottom of the shaft. It is constructed so that the plate can be lifted by the winding the chain. The chain looks old and brittle, but the sheer size of it means that it can't easily be removed or severed. Golden Scarab. Tomb of Eons. Now, if I remember right, I should be able to run in and out of that area a couple of times and farm those bats for essence and health. There we go. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Giant switch is embedded in the floor of the shaft. A strong impact with a should be able to depress it. Oops. Holy horrible timing on my half. There we go, that's more like it. Vigorian flail. There we go. Yeah, and those only level up once. But at least now if I remember right, this is the weapon I'm going to want here. But not right away. Oh, come on. Cutscene. I'm kind of watching my feed and it keeps like blurring out green. I don't know what's going on there. Let's try that. Forgot I didn't have it hardwired. Oh. Get off of me. Ugh. I was not prepared for this fight. Holy cow. See, even on easy, this game is not easy. Oh, button mash, get off me. Okay. Try and be cool. Okay. Button mash, button mash, button mash, button mash. Oh, button mash, button mash, button mash, button mash. Ugh. See if I can lure them over here. Well, actually, they're already down here. So why don't I lure them over here? Oh, oops. Guess y'all die. Now, this is another area where you have to come back as a challenge to fight all those dudes. But I think I'm going to go find Miramon's shop and level up my Vigorian flail first. Because it does work quite well with these. Oh, come on. See if I can. Oh, I didn't realize he was that close. Jeez. See? Have to go all the way up and come back before it'll trigger the challenge. Dang it. Shit. Well, that certainly sucked. I was so busy fighting, I hadn't realized I'd reached the top and went back down. Silly bastard that I am.
Many of the fiends are remnants of tortured human souls. The cursed blood that infests these lands has given birth to them.
Not sure these guys are bright enough to walk around the chains. Nope. Oh no! That was wrong. Now the first two I killed are gonna respawn. Oh, maybe not. Oh! I swear I hit that jump button. Oh, that's not right. I may end up using a Nimpo on this guy just to get rid of him. Oh, and the other two did spawn back. Ah, you didn't knock me off. Oh. Yep. I was afraid of that. If I want to, God, I'm just going to have to go all the way to the bottom. Oh! That wasn't cool.
You still have things that you must accomplish.
Yeah. So I'm not positive that once I kill that dragon up there that I'll be able to come back down in here. Oh. Come now. Why? Why? So I must be able to come back here again because I know there's a challenge in here. I'm gonna pause for a minute. I gotta get some fresh water. I will be right back. Okay. I'm back. I think I have to fight arrow shooting fiends again. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Well, these ones didn't respawn, so maybe the ones up here won't either. And see, then I can show you how bad I am at jumping from platforms to platforms again. See, now most places in the game, if you walk up to the edge, it'll stop you, it won't let you fall. If it's, you know, but nope, not here. Oh, the camera is my enemy. My enemy's enemy makes cameras. Oh, dear Jesus. There we go. Hey, made it look smooth. Maybe I'll become a professional gamer kind of dude and edit this whole thing before it goes on YouTube so you don't see any of my mistakes, right? Oh, needed to get a jump in the middle of it. I know I'm gonna need it here. Now, the name of the game in this boss fight is to attack his limbs as he sets him on the edge. And he's gonna slash with his tail. Shoot little bone spears at you and try and catch you with his head. That tail slash gets me most of the time. Whoop, like that. Oh, with the backlash. Oh, head attack. Maybe not. Swipe attack. There's one limb. Oh. There's an almost dead Paul. Jesus. Help! Oh. Apparently I'm out of talismans of rebirth. Wow. That sucked. Yep, I just have not been taking this seriously enough. I'm getting it handed to me now. Oh. Really? Gotta go and set the camera angle and everything? Like a complete noob? What the heck? No. Didn't mean to use that nympho, but there we go. Not good. Very bad. Ugh. Very low rank. Lesser ninja. Ninja dog. Lesser ninja, not ninja dog. Yeah, I wasn't taking any crap from him that second time. It was one of those lean forward in the chair and sit up and take it serious. I want my loot back. Give me my loot back. I guess that was it for the bats. See if I can not kill myself here. Hit the save point really quick. Corridor of Doom. It's a great name for it, especially since there was a giant boulder that smashed you, which they stole the idea from, Temple of Doom in the Corridor of Doom. I mean, I guess you could consider it a tribute instead of a rip-off, but it's kind of a rip-off. I'm only mad because I died a whole bunch of times trying to get it done. See, I should have just come up here and leveled them up right away. But can't really do that. Now, there's still definitely going to be monsters you fight where you're going to want your sword. But the level 2 Vigorian Flail are pretty badass. This is so much easier to do when you can see what's coming at you. Of course it's you know, a little bit harder to show a boulder bearing down on you from behind than, you know, if you're facing this direction. Oh wait, I think I forgot to use an item I got. Yeah. There we go. Like I was saying earlier in the game, that there's lots of save points. It's actually handy. It's really handy. If you take your time to make multiple save points, yeah, it's pretty handy too, as you're learning how to take out certain things. Now you don't want to jump down in that hole yet, right? This is definitely where we need to go to continue with the main quest. Quit chasing me. But first, we're going to want to go back here. See if I can do this without making myself look like a complete idiot. Oh, what the heck was that? That was not... Come on, get off me. Oh, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all. Nope. Might as well. Use one of these as well. Oops. What, is there another arrow shooter? I didn't see. Nope. Oh! Oh! Ah. Challenges. They're awesome. La da da, la da dee, la da do. Tell I'm starting to get tired. I'm not talking that much, not really telling you what's going on. What's going on is Ninja Gaiden Black. And me doing horribly at it, just getting it handed to me tonight. Surprised they didn't give me a red orb out of that. Right. In the big hole. Now, if I remember right, there is a golden scarab in here somewhere around this. Golden scarab. Thought there was also a chest down here somewhere, but I must have been wrong. There's a bat. I don't think that counts, though. Nope. Oh. Okay. See if I missed any little goodies along the way here. Doesn't look like it. Muramasa. Yay. Suppose I could have come here much earlier. Rather than going all the way to the top. Oh, wait. And then there should be a save point right on the opposite door. Let's not save. Let's kick this open first. Underground map. That's a good thing. And I think I'm going to call it here. Call it good for the night here. Beyond here. Let me see. Oh, Golden Scarab. Another chest. Life of the Gods. Now, see, if I would have put that Jizzo head where it belonged, all the way back at the very beginning, I'd have 10 of those by now. And my life bar would have moved. But no, I wronged myself. Go give this Scarab to Muramasa. Ah. 17. There we go. Save one more time. I actually kind of really I want to keep going. I'm just kind of tired. Because it gets actually kind of cool from here. You go out across this bridge. One of those dead fiends breaks the bridge. And you fall down in here. And then there's some alright puzzles in the next couple of rooms. Some decent little puzzles with acrobatics. You know, dodge the flying axe kind of thing. But we're going to call it good here for now. Hope everyone has a good evening. And part 1 you can check out on Twitch, and it's also at my YouTube page, which is also called Darth Dad. Please go and give that a like and a subscribe is also it'd be appreciated. Everybody, a good evening.